We got a phone call, actually an email from Debbie Arnold, who is very, very beloved by this city and this county. Amen. And is our new supervisor. And Debbie asked me tonight to please introduce Corinne Kuhnle. Would Corinne stand up, please? Corinne is running for the school board here in Atascadero, third term. And Debbie said that we should look at her very, very closely, that she has a platform that is very in line with a lot of our conservative thinking. So thank you, Corinne.
Well, I think all of you would be very proud to know that any of you that live within the Atascadero School District, we have, we're staying afloat, perhaps better than most other districts in this county of San Luis Obispo, and I attribute that to our leadership. We have our financial advisor, Jackie Martin, is a very conservative young lady in her finances. We have, in the past 7 years, as you were stating, there are always ways to make cuts, you know, and get rid of the excess. And I'm very proud to say that when the state budget cuts started kicking in 7 years ago, we have averaged $2 million a year in cuts to the Atascadero School District. We have eliminated approximately $12 million. We were at $50 million, we're now at $35 million. And we're getting down to those bare bones, as you were talking about. Administrative-wise, we are probably the leanest district in the county of San Luis Obispo. We are trying, when we make our cuts, we are trying to keep our student and their needs at the very top of the pyramid as far as needs. We've tried to keep the cuts where they will least hurt the students. So instead of eliminating this program or different sectors, we've tried to chip away at every entity within the district so we don't eliminate our opportunities to educate our students. When we've met at our budget meetings, there are a few of us that have just kind of, our loyalty as trustees, as it should be, our students come first, period. Their education, that's our business. That's why we're hired. Realistically, though, there were things that needed to be cleaned up. Just as in my family's budget. You know, we've had to scrutinize over that. There are ways to clean that up and eliminate waste. But now, I'm thinking, okay, this is a tough call in that we have, as a district, as most of the 1,100 and other school districts in California, we have, by law, made the cuts. Our problem is that we have to live with this darn state-mandated budget from a dysfunctional state level. And that has been the challenge. And as we have tried to explain to different people who have been in education and education only, who have not perhaps ran a business, I've tried to explain to them, we are in survival mode in this area. We have parents who are clinging to whatever job they have, or if they're working at a part-time job. We have contractors that are, you know, in survival mode, trying to keep their businesses going, as you have spoke so nicely about. But when I looked at these two propositions, I'm going, gosh darn it, Jerry Brown, here he is, he's holding our kids over our heads for ransom. He's trying to guilt people into another darn tax that's going to do nothing but hurt the people out here who are trying to survive. And guess what? Those people out there that are trying to survive, they're parents, they're grandparents, and they care for those kids too. They love them, and they want the best education for their students.
Are you talking about 30 and 38?
30 and 38. I'm against both of them. I'll just go on the record, which is really tough for me because I know the cuts we've made at the district level. We've done our homework, and I'm very proud to say that. But now we have to answer to this budget that the governor is saying, if you don't pass this, as it stands right now for our next year's budget, we stand to be $2 million deficit. If the propositions do not pass, Jerry Brown is telling us, Atascadero School District, you're going to be $4 million in cuts. So that $4 million on top of the $12,000, that's going to hurt. But how do we, I look at the big picture, how do we change the way business is being done at the state level? Because in my opinion, this is a Band-Aid.
We have to elect better people.
So anyway, I wasn't scheduled to speak. I was just going to be introduced tonight. But I do want you to know, I want you to feel good in your hearts that I feel the majority of the people on our school board and our superintendent, they do put your students first. But I wouldn't let these two propositions guilt you into more taxes.